This is totally what I'm going to look like when I lose weight. I'm not really a very pretty person, but at least I'm more presentable when I'm thinner. I'm hiding my double chin right now because I'm just like, hey, I want to look good today. Okay, so I haven't been on here a while, and I know that nobody's disappointed because only like 3 or 4 people watch my videos, even though the government censored my comments, and ha 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 ha. They've also blocked Zheani from being able to see me, so I can write, but I can't get anything out of it because no one can see it but me, and it's not, yeah, they tried to play that game with me before. And they also locked me out of WordPress for like 6 months. I can't do anything back because I have no computer skills besides typing and turning the thing on. Yes, and I'm probably going to pay for that all my life. Okay, so now it's bitching time. First off, I'm going to talk about Zheani and napalm and Britney Spears. The new fad of Hollywood is going to be naked women with little stickers of like little hearts over their private parts, just barely covering them. Zheani did that first. I mean, well, she was the first to really bring it out into her genre and, you know, show it in contemporary time. She wrote a song called Napalm, and I was really angry about that because, you know, she's just like saying that this girl was just copying her and she was a daddy's girl and really didn't deserve to copy her, and it was really rude, and she went after that woman. And because Zheani wants to get worth out of pain. That's like what the lower classes want, and I've had that happen to me too, and I suffered a lot because I've suffered a lot in life, like everybody has. We've all had horrible things happen to us. Nobody's life is pristine and perfect, but it's just basically like in the lower classes, you'll find that it's a worth thing. Like when I worked and stuff, it was like, oh, if I can just sacrifice and struggle and suffer, that'll make me a good person. Okay, so basically Zheani is going against her peers, and she's also trying to get rid of competition. Yes, and I got hit by that by somebody else, but it's the same thing that Zheani's doing. I've been hit by several things. Obviously, the devil doesn't want me, and God doesn't want me either, so they've kept me here on earth. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. I don't even know how I breathe by myself. So, yeah, it's just people use these weapons to selfish ends. And if they were so good, we celebrate capitalism. Why can't they capitalize off of it? Why can't they make capital? You know, invest more money on it and, you know, help people in clinics and not have people dependent upon drugs or medications or whatever they say they don't work. They work on me, and I take them every day, and they see me, and I've done a lot better since I have because they help me think. Like, they give me something like, and feelings in space too, because I was in the water for so long, if you know that operation. I know you won't believe me saying all this happened to me, but if you knew my life and those special individuals, like who were special children or special adults, you know, we get hit with a lot of this kind of stuff, and we just think it's ridiculous. I know humans, regulars, norms are just monkeys. No offense, guys, but a lot of you are. Yes, and so I wondered if Zheani would be brave enough to go through with napalm with Britney Spears. Yeah, good luck to her. So she'll just keep getting helpless people and then showing everyone, ha ha ha, she's part of the clique that uses the weapons, and nothing will ever happen to her, and I'll end up in a burn pit. I'm going to talk a little bit about women right now, and it's relevant to Zheani in that they use beautiful women to hide things, like they're real intense and stuff, because most people don't think that in depth about life. Some do, and I know we've all had reflections where we've had deep thoughts come out, but a lot of people, it's just like, do you have a pretty face, do you have a pretty body, and nothing else, at least with ordinary people. Now, people up higher, they want talented people and everything like this, but on the lower levels, I mean, they work so hard that they don't have time, you know, for philosophical mates and stuff like that. I mean, up there. I mean, because there's plenty from college, but college has been watered down for all of us so that we breathe. That's just my personal opinion. Yes, so basically Gina, the old head of the CIA, was like that, and she got by even though she tortured people, and she wouldn't answer any of the questions, like, directly. And so, yes, she's the one who's also helped them turn on us, and I hate her so much. Yeah, she was one of the reasons why I got poisoned, I think. I can't figure that one out exactly, because I know that something happened that night when the cleanup crew came with the spies that tried to kill me. And of course I sound crazy, but if you're not a norm, if you're neurotypical, it's hard for you to see outside the box or their programming. Like, I used to be in their programming too, and then I kept getting blasted to the edges of society, and I was like, this is freaking ridiculous and nuts. Okay, so also we're going to talk about critical theory, which is what Grimes and Musk and all of them are doing. It comes from the Frankfurt School. I'm not saying anything against Jews, but they use that double, like, oh, this is a Holocaust, you're trying to kill the Jews. And it's like, not really. And Jews are usually smarter than other people. Like, They are, but they used to guard their sacred knowledge and only let people who are worthy have it. And so we've had a lot of problems with them using it incorrectly, especially with sex and slavery and that kind of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, we're fascism. They're putting we are a plutocracy with the rich people, wealthy people in charge, and they're going across all the economy and messing things up. Like Musk was trying to buy Twitter, and eventually they become like super giants and stuff like that. And we're fascists, so they're trying to kill people like me too. Of course, I will always be experimented on, and like I said, like I don't know what it is, but the God and devil don't want me, so they keep sending me back here. Yes, so there's tight sexual control in fascism, and they want everyone to conform and everyone to be a part of it. They said no alienation, which basically they use all those fancy words to say we're going to take over the government and be a fascist government, because that's going to work. And we must not have any money left. And America has plenty of money left, it's just not distributed on everyone in the right way. I mean, if we were in a society where people could make less and still have food and shelter, that would be okay, but they're just ripping apart the systems. Housing is too much, food is too much, inflation is going crazy, and they just want to destroy our society and start over. We'll just get conquered by another country. I mean, we don't have time for this. Okay, well, anyway, in my last whining, and do read up on critical theory, because these people keep me very, very busy. I wrote a poem too about my grandma. She's dying of organ failure, and she has heart problems. Her heart failure, and she wanted me to write a poem for her funeral, and I did. I've got horrible handwriting, but I tried to make it decent for this thing. I want to read it to you and see what you think. If you don't like it, or if you just want to quit this video, go ahead. It's called The Gray of the Oak. In the window sees the oak, a sturdy family same. Flowers in a moss coat, love did always bring. Together we loved beyond this night so nights mourn. Would stars rest upon, hurry after you are born. To chance to chase love so rare. The branches of the tree grow beyond compare to gaze upon the family. Silver love, like the oak, stays forever in our minds. Strong arms never broke, now all heaven's time. So basically it's about this oak that's in the Rolla house, like you can see it, and it's just this giant oak, and it's always been something that we've looked at together, and the families have taken pictures by, and it's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful view down into the woods. Yeah. So that's all I want to say today. I rambled quite a bit. So everyone tell me to get healthy so I look more like this and not like the height female version.